If you're a content creator, you want to know the 2 money-making mistakes that content creators make early in their journey as earning money as a creator. Keep watching this video. So this is going to be a 2-part video. In this part, I'm going to talk about the first money-making mistake, which is not separating yourself from your business self early on in your content creator journey. And the second one is not getting a separate bank account from the personal one you use for your personal expenses. Now, for full disclosure, I got this illustration that I'm going to show you to share with you why you need to separate yourself from attorney Joylyn Hunt. If you're not following her on Instagram, go ahead and follow her. She has almost 500,000 followers right now. And on her account, she's a tax lawyer. She helps folks who are early on in their journey as a business owner get themselves right. Like, make sure they are properly formed, properly organized, staying above board and continuing on and growing. However, I saw an illustration that she did, which I thought was, oh my God, chef's kiss. It was perfect. However, I said, you know what, from my audience, which is content creators, let me borrow that illustration. So I'm giving her full credit where I'm getting it from, just to share with you creators what you can be doing to separate yourself and why it's important. And I'm going to use examples that you can relate to as a creator, as opposed to maybe a lash technician or hairstylist or a mechanic, who are the people who she's talking to in her account. Okay, sorry. So you're interested in that? Stay tuned. Okay, so when you first start becoming a creator, you're going to get opportunities from brands. You're going to be part of campaigns. You're going to do affiliate marketing campaigns, and they're going to ask you, what is your tax status? Like, how are we going to pay you? We're going to pay you as an individual, a sole proprietor, which is you, this is you, or we're going to pay you as an LLC, an entity, right? So most people say, okay, just me. You're going to give your social security number, and you're going to start making money, making lots and lots of money as a creator. My mouth to God's ear. If you haven't already gotten there yet, you're coming. So as you continue your journey, you start to realize, you know what, I need to do more hauls. And so you're going to start buying some clothes and all sorts of nice little things, some designer bags to meet the aesthetic that you've built up and what your audience expects from you. You may at some point decide, you know what, let me upgrade my place and I'm going to get a nice aesthetic home. And instead of this apartment I'm living in, I'm getting a house. So here's your house. It's going in. Life's good. You may get a nice new luxury vehicle. All right. You got a spouse or a kid. You're putting them into tennis and golf and, summer camp. They're doing all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah. So this is great. You're doing well. But then what happens, which could happen when you are operating a business online, you're giving people advice. Someone may, you recommend a product, you didn't vet them properly, they start having eye problems. And they say, you know what, the attorney says, not just sue the brand, also sue the creator who told you to get that. That's you. Now you're named in a lawsuit. All right. Then, for example, you're one of the creators that the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, came after for not properly disclosing and said you guys have a certain time to indicate why you didn't disclose properly. Otherwise, you're on the hook for $50,000. Now you're talking about $50,000 to $100,000. If you lose, where would they do to satisfy the judgment? It's going to come out of all these things, all your luxury goods, because you were just an individual. This is your business. Now, instead of that, let's say you did another route. You decided to create an LLC. Inside this LLC is your equipment, is your lighting, is your accounts receivable, meaning like you've already done brand deals and they have to pay you. It's like net 30, net 60. And so you have money coming. So all that money coming, all those assets and things like that are going into your entity. So to satisfy that judgment, instead of it coming out of this here, which is your house, your car, your clothes, your kids, like fun stuff that they do, it's coming out of these assets. That's how you satisfy it, which is a problem, but it still saves and protects you. So that's the benefit of getting an LLC. And as soon as you earn $1,000 as a creator, you want to invest in that. Now, if you don't, it's relatively easy to create an LLC. You don't even need an attorney. It's just a form you fill out. Now, you can get an attorney if you want to. That's fine. However, if you don't have an LLC, you go to the state's tax assessment office where they have it, or it's, there's different departments depending on your state where you go and register. You can look it up. You're going to have to fill out an operating agreement. Your operating agreement, if you don't have one, you can go in the profile in my link. I have a link to US Legals. I've partnered with them. You have access to 8,000 forms, including an LLC operating agreement. You just put in your state that you're located in, and you'll get one. You just plug in this form, and you'll get an LLC that you can go and file with your state when you're ready to go in your gravy. Now, in future videos, I'm going to be telling you how to make sure you keep that LLC alive and things you need to do on an annual basis to make sure you continue to have the protection from your assets and things like that with that LLC. But your next thing is going to watch part 2 of this video, when I'm going to be talking about the second money making mistake that creators make and why you want to avoid it next. All right, watch that video. And if you're coming from that video, I hope that was helpful for you in this 2-part series. Share with other content creators who need to know the example. Thank you very much, Attorney Joylyn Hunt, for that wonderful example, because I think it's great and it's really, it's really, really good for sharing people's stuff, because I've told people before, but folks don't really get it. But that illustration I thought was like mwah, chef's kiss in terms of like being effective, being the thing, showing all the things. All right, see you in the next video. JJ Gat, talk to you soon. Watch this series next if you're watching this on YouTube.